Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to close the series on Brazilian Championship 2024 with the last case of the finals of last year, which is called Fluxo de Aguas, das Aguas, Waterflow in English. I think it's a similar case to the one we got in the MEWC 2024 last 32 or 16 round, probably the Volcano Island case. So it's entirely based on this concept of flow you get on this map of regions from Brazil, where you have different absorption values, direction of the water could take, and so on. So already solved this case a long time ago, so it will be a semi-fresh solve this time. Let's see how it goes. I've also made a slight change to my solver worksheet with an automation to generate the new worksheet. The new level worksheet. I'm going to test it because it's brand new, so we'll see how this works. Okay, having said that, let me just hide the markers for the levels and the total score, and that's pretty much it. So we'll be dealing with flow rainwater. Okay, the flow sheet, you get the directions, disclaimer for international readers. Okay, there was probably a major problem last year with the flood in the region of Rio Grande. Very sad to see this. Hopefully this has been somehow solved and the region has recovered from this major damage. Quite also into this kind of things since I work in the insurance industry, so the natural catastrophe are clearly an issue that the whole industry is willing to face right now. Having said that, I will start my timer as usual and I will go into the solve. So let's start it, and that's it. So yeah, if a raindrop falls into the cell shown, in which direction will it move? So I think this is just a simple indirect of flow. To switch my keyboard as usual. Flow and this. Okay, super slow, unfortunately PC due to OBS recording, but it is what it is. If a raindrop falls on the featured cell, what is the next cell in this spot? Going to do a simple indirect of flow and this, and then I will do pathfinder, which is my lambda to move on the map, this, and we get J9. Let's copy this. Oops. And here we go. What is the code of the region referring to the cell presented? So PM, P4. So I think it's asking for the colors here. So I'm going to make a copy of this, create a copy. Let's call it flow color. Going to run my macro on parse colors. Okay, and I think I'm going to copy this as well and run the macro again. So okay, so simple indirect of flow color and this, and then I'm going to XLOOKUP this code here into those codes, returning those other codes, and we get our PM. Oops. Okay, we'll go to level 4. Many steps will it take for raindrop falling on the cell presented to reach a different region than the original one? Enter the password by concatenating the cell where you change region, height, and the number of steps. Okay, so this is going to be level 4. Okay, so start cell will be B7, input region. I will go with a simple indirect. Let's say this wall pattern here. Okay, code and cell direction. So simple indirect of flow, and this. The end cell will be the pathfinder of this 0, and then I have again region encode. So change minus minus, this is not this. Okay, and then I'm going to replicate a bunch of times, so sequence of 50 fully enough. Okay. Start from B7, 1, 2. So C8. That counts as started cell step 1. Okay. So I'm gonna X match 1 here. Okay. +1, and then I'm going to X lookup 1 here, returning this. Okay, and so this and dash and this. Super slow, as you can see. Let's scale it a table. Okay, 53. I have errors. So what am I supposed to return here? Oops. D8. Just this. Doesn't change any region here. So let me put it 0. CG. Okay. Not confident about those errors, but doesn't specify anything different. So level 5, we need to calculate the total amount of water remaining after a few movements and consider the absorption of each cell according to its region. We want to rate a total of 15 liters and the absorption referring to each region cell will only be applied from movement 2 onwards. We have to calculate the remaining volume after 4 moves, and the path starts in cell H8. 1 to 4, H8, G8, F8. Water before 15. This is becoming unusable. Absorption H8 PM 21%. So next lookup of the region into this lock, returning the absorption lock. Oh, there was no absorption in the first moment. Water after. In this case, is this times 1 minus this. Okay. So first of all, this is example 5. Movements, it's this. Remaining, it's an input, and then remaining is index of this with this. Rounded up, it says. To 2 decimal digits. Okay, so we're matching the example. And here we go. Okay. Level 6, now we're part of the remote monitoring of several regions, but we had a problem with the coordinate systems. Next, we have the coordinates field without delimiters. We need to split the text into individual cell references. After that, we will need to count how much each cell has absorbed, with the volume incident on each one being equivalent to the raw number of its cell reference. with references B11, U21, S14, volume in liters that falls on each of them is 11. Okay. Okay, let's save and test this thing. Okay, this is taking forever to save, which is not good. So this will be level 6. And I don't know why this is doing this weird. That's very ugly. Okay, that's better, but still still not ideal, to be honest. I will probably have to fix this thing because yeah, that's terrible. That's clearly terrible. How can I split this thing? So string. Split it. Text split this over okay. X this filter x is not blank. Okay. Oh god. What if I do like sequence of 10, 0? So transpose. I'm probably wasting a lot of time, so substitute this. Maybe let's put again the string. So substitute of this were all text. This new text. At this point I get transpose splitter. Okay, I think this should work because I don't have any double letter address, so it should be safe. So references will be this and this. Okay, so simple indirect of let's take the absorption. Okay. So it's this times this sum. Okay. Let's think it's constant number of cells, so it should be relatively safe to go. Pedro Merigo, what? That's... what's that? I don't really know. What is actually that? Pedro Merigo e Candido Portinari? Guys, I have no idea what is going on here. In how many different cells can it rain for the rain to reach the cell presented? The cell itself should not be part of the count. In example 7 we have the rain falling on any of the cells, and S4 will reach R3. Thus the number of different cells is 7. Okay, this looks like something very dangerous from a from an S4 perspective for Excel to do, especially in these conditions. So because I think I'm gonna brute force this. So no, it's impossible to work with this setup. It's driving me crazy, literally. So let's take this. So B2. Uh-oh. Time is flying. So check. It's this. If or this equals this, then 1, otherwise 0. I need to throw an error. And I need to throw level 7 data plus example 7, otherwise I'm not matching anything. Data table. So this and this. Let's hope this doesn't take forever. Anyway, I will need to find an alternative to record those videos, otherwise it is just not fun to record those attempts. It's quite a pain, to be honest. Okay, this is taking a bit too much for my taste. Okay, here we are. So if I sum those, theoretically I should find my answer, and I get 7, and I should not consider the same cell, because if that's the starting one, cell itself should not be part of a count. Okay, I'm counting from the second one. So let's shove this into my answers. Forgot to check that I'm using it. Okay, I'm doing. In each cell in Rio Grande do Sul as an area, if each cell is the total area of this state in kilometers squared. Okay, so count ifs this lock over this. So 206 206 times 1374.4. This is the absolute difference between the number of cells in Rio Grande do Sul and the number of cells that are not in Rio Grande do Sul. 12. How many cells from the edges of the map have arrows that are pointing outside of the map? How many times do diagonal arrows appear on the map? Well, this is easier to me. Diagonals means this, 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 this. 2, 2, 1, 2. Except for the edges of the map, each cell has 8 neighboring cells, 2 vertical, 2 horizontal, and 4 diagonals. Which cell has the most neighbors pointing towards it? The answer should be the cell written in relative cell format. Okay, how many cells from the edges of the map have arrows that are pointing outside of the map? I think I'm gonna say on a flatten this 0. I'm gonna flatten this 0. Gonna flatten this 0, and I'm gonna flatten this 0. Pathfinder this 0. Indirect of this. Okay. So counters 0. Those should be pointing outside. Okay. Time is over, but those were 29 minutes, so I have 1 more minute to go. Except for the edges, each cell has 8 neighboring cells. Which cell has the most neighbor pointing towards it? It's a very interesting one. So has the most neighbors pointing towards it. Well, I think I will have to call my options. Those should be all the cells of the map. Then I'm going to have transpose arrows. Yes. Then I will have the pathfinder, this lock, this. Okay, so those are the neighboring cells. Let's move me here. Neighbors. Let's delete this thing here, which is taking a lot of weight. So pointing means that I will need to go back to my original cell. If I do this, okay. I need more space. Okay. So if I do an if error pathfinder this 0, this, okay. So countifs of this with this. So So maximum, or what's the request, by the way? Which cell? Okay, so X lookup 999 here, returning from here, -1 D9. Does this even make sense? Yeah, there's apparently a lot. Okay, let's see. Bonuses are right. Ah, that's very nice. Okay, I'm happy. At least this went quite good, quite well. Yeah, I'm a bit upset for the how slow is this thing with the recording on, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed this video and this entire series on the Brazilian Championship. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think in the next videos you will see also coming the challenges for year 2025, because at the date of recording of this video we had actually 2 challenges from Brazil. The first one in January, which I didn't play live, but I had the opportunity to solve a couple of days ago, and then we had the challenge of February, which I had the opportunity to solve live. Was quite a challenge in Portuguese, but was also quite fun. So I strongly recommend you subscribe to this Brazilian chapter. Even if you are not from Brazil, you will be allowed to play, and this will be tons of experience to add under your belt in order to compete for the World Championship itself, and also a nice way to support the Brazilian chapter and the great work that Klinsmann and the team are doing. So again, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.